Okay, an important topic in the music industry in distributing your music to get it onto iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music with iTunes, obviously, um, and to also get the content ID scanning going on YouTube. So if anyone plays your song, you can set the content ID rules to either let them keep the video up with your song content on it, or but you'll put an ad on their video, so then anytime the ad revenue will come through to you through your distribution service. Okay, so you have to pick a distribution service. I think the most cost effective and cheapest one is one called DistroKid. I'll put a link below in the description, but it's just distro, distro, kid.com, DistroKid. And there's also like CD Baby. If you're on SoundCloud at all, you get those ads that go like, "Hey, indie musicians, you have like blah blah blah, whatever. You want to get your music heard on iTunes, Spotify, and blah, like all these. Yeah. So what that is a music distribution service, and what that does is basically you submit your music to this service, which is a program now, and then that service is launching your music out to all the stores, all the online retailers like iTunes, online streaming services like Spotify, and stuff like that. Pandora, it does not reach Pandora. Pandora is selective about what music they air on their radio, you know whatever, Pandora radio, how the songs relate to each other. They are selective about that, so you have to personally. But in order to even submit your music to Pandora, you have to have your music on Amazon through a distribution service. So you have to have the ICBN, like it's a barcode that you get when you distribute your music. It's the product code for your song. So when you distribute your song through a distribution service like DistroKid or CD Baby, you'll get a ICBN or ISBN, whatever. You'll get one of those product code numbers, and then you have to show that code to Pandora when you submit your music to Pandora Radio, that you have a product code for your song, for your album, whatever. And then they'll take your song, they'll review it, and they'll say either yes, we'll take it, or no, we can't right now, but please submit in the future, blah blah blah. So you wanna do it that way. That's for that. But these distribution services, I'm gonna go through and show you one. So DistroKid, I think is a good one. It distributes your music fairly quickly within a day or two to iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, the Play Store for Android, Deezer, all these different channels. Like, I found my music on places I didn't even know existed. There's some European services and retail stores and stuff. So it does it all for you, and it tracks the revenue for you. And it basically it does it for you, and it lets you. I'm gonna see. Well, I'm gonna go to Google first here because I don't want to log into my thing. But yeah, it's really useful, and if you want to get your music out there on like these big retailers, this is the only way to do it. You could do it by hand too, to like each one, but it takes a lot longer. And this is relatively cheap. It's a per year subscription that you pay like less than $20. If you're a label, so yeah, this is my account. But so yeah, here in DistroKid, you can basically upload your albums and your songs to it, and you can choose what you want, what stores you want to put it in, which are all free. The only one that costs like it's like an extra dollar per year. This is all based on per year, I think. So it's an extra buck that if you want to have your music with content ID scanning YouTube. So when YouTube when it finds your song, and trust me, it finds it. Like I've done my live streams every Wednesday, and I play my own music in my live streams, and this content ID stuff like says, look, you can't, like, I can't personally monetize my own video because it has content that belongs to Epsilon 144, but I am Epsilon 144, so it doesn't make sense. But like, the content ID definitely works. When it finds your song, it says like, look, like, and then so my distribution service puts the ad on the video, so I still get paid, but it goes through a distribution service now instead of going directly into my pocket through the monetization on YouTube. But Yeah, so it definitely works, and I've been notified for other videos too that people use my songs in them and stuff. So it's cool. Like you can use my music in videos; it's totally fine with me. But just we're gonna monetize the video with advertisements, so we get paid for our work. You know, that's how that works. So these are my songs now. You can also add an account for a label if you're a label owner. See here, these IRCs, like I'm gonna be careful with this page, but like those IRCs, those are basically like the product codes that you could put in the meta descriptions on SoundCloud when you submit music to Spotify or to Pandora. But you use those big numbers. Those are like your like the scanning barcode basically. When you go to a store and there's a barcode that scans, that's a unique number just to your product on the internet. That's also on like Amazon. So if you go to Amazon.com, you'll see all that information available. And again, this is all digital. Okay, there's no physical product here. It's all a digital product, just going through the internet and through digital means. So if you search for me on Amazon, Epsilon144, you'll see that I have my music. All right, MP3. This is all coming from the distribution service. So this service here is just sending my music to Amazon, which is this box, these Amazon boxes. See, so it's going there. So that's cool. 89 cents, you know, for a single, and $1.78 for a 2-track EP. You know, so Amazon is the cheapest one. Like iTunes is 10 cents more, and iTunes takes like a pretty big cut of what you sell, so you only get around 70 cents for every song you sell on iTunes, because they take like 20 cents 25 cents from it. But yeah, so there's also like Bandcamp. You know, Bandcamp is a big one. It's more underground and stuff, and like a lot of artists do use it because it's underground, and it's not like it's not a, I don't know, like artists have a problem with established companies. Like they think established companies are bad, so they want to kind of like keep their stuff underground. And Bandcamp is a great way to distribute your music to your fans. You can also make a label. You could be a fan or an artist, so you can do that and sell your music through Bandcamp. They've sold millions. You have 5.4 million in the last 30 days. Okay, so they have paid 209 million overall and 5.4 million in the last 30 days. All right, like I buy music off of Bandcamp. My friend Angel just released his new EP on Terror Rhythm with Plastician. His EP released, so I just like cop that from Bandcamp, you know, and it's a great album, so give Angel some support for that one, you know. But yeah, there's Bandcamp, but like this doesn't do all the features that you can get with a distribution service. So this also can distribution services like DistroKid and CD Baby. I think CD Baby, but I know for a fact DistroKid, it can also get your music on Shazam. So if you've heard that app called Shazam, that if you hear a song, you can just bust open Shazam, and then it listens to the song and tells you what it is. You can get your songs loaded into Shazam, so that works. And I've tested that with my music, and it definitely works. So I've heard a song at like a bar that I go to. The bartenders will play my music in the bar, and then I'll just Shazam it, and it's like, oh, it tells you what the song is. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot of potential for it. If you want to, like the Shazam is another $1. All right, so you have to pay an extra $1. I think it's per year, so it's practically nothing. It's like 8 cents, you know, or something each month, which is nothing really. You'll make a lot more money doing it than you will by just you know, you'll make money doing this. You'll profit on it. It's really cheap. My other friend uses CD Baby. I don't know much about CD Baby, but if anyone knows CD Baby and thinks it has any kind of advantageous benefits to it over DistroKid, please talk about that in the comments, and we'll discuss the various options. I know she uses it. It has like, you could use coupons or like coupon codes that you could get the music for discounted prices, because I've got her music through CD Baby like that. But yeah, they're all just services that just release your music to iTunes and to Spotify and to a bunch of different online retailers and stuff. All digital though. There's nothing physical made through this service. And I think it's a step up. You know, if you want to step your game up and have like a professional portfolio, you can show people that your music through iTunes or something, or Amazon. Like, hey, look, my songs are on Amazon. If you want to go check them out, cop them, or whatever. They're cheap. They're like 88 cents, so you can do it that way. And Spotify, I think, is a big one. Spotify really is, like, I think, going to do a takeover of the music industry into the future, because they understand the internet and how the internet works, and that people aren't really buying like physical, like they're not downloading the albums or singles. You know, they just want to stream the song, because you know, as long as you have an internet connection, you can just play music on YouTube or on SoundCloud or Spotify for free. You don't have to pay to listen to those songs, you know, unless the artist puts a clip up of it. So, and Spotify pays the artist, so you get a cut of this. Like, every time someone streams your song, you make a couple cents. So if you get like 1 million streams or 500,000 streams or something on a song, you're gonna make some money on that song, you know. It's the same concept of like how advertisement viewership works. So it's that kind of concept. But anyway, this is a distribution service. This one, for example, is DistroKid. Okay. You can make teams too. There's a lot to this. I'll talk for another few minutes, but you can make, if you do a collaboration track with somebody, you can split the revenue. You could say, if you both did half of the work on the song, you can split it 50-50. And that person, the money is automatically routed to their bank account through their DistroKid. Okay. And then the other money is routed to you. And that's done through the software. That's done through this program, DistroKid. It's all done for you. You just say who did it, and if they don't have an account, it saves the money up for them when they do get an account. I think so. You're not taking all the profit for like collaborations, and you don't have to deal with actually cutting checks to people and then them thinking, oh, you're taking too much or whatever. You just show them, look, it's 50-50 in the program, and you and I can both see that in our accounts that it's 50-50, and then the money is just automatically split to each person. That's in Teams up there. Then, like I said, you can have a label. You can have a label attached to this. So now when you release your music on iTunes and on Amazon, it says released by, and then it says your record label, whatever your label is. This is more for if you're a label owner or a label developer that's like building a label brand. That label can be shown on the actual product page for iTunes or Amazon. When they see it, it'll say the record, it'll say the song, the artist, description, then it just says record label, released by, and then like whatever your label is. So that's there. That costs a little bit more, but you're able to add the label into like your songs, and you're also able to release other artists' music. When you're a label, when you have a label account, you're able to release music from different artists. Obviously, like, all the money gets routed to them, or you can even set up the routing. So like, say you want the label to make 20% of all album sales, then the label makes 20% as like a separate entity, and then the artists make 80% of their songs. So it splits up like that. And then if there's any collabs, the collabs are split. So it'll be 40-40 for a collab, and then 20 for a label. And then so it's all done systematically with the program in the computer, and that's how it works. So this is DistroKid. I recommend DistroKid. I probably have crap on my face, but I was eating Doritos, but whatever, hopefully not. Yeah, so this is DistroKid. It basically will distribute your music out to an audience for you for pretty cheap. So check it out if you want to get your music on iTunes or Amazon. And if you have any questions, or you want to discuss CD Baby or DistroKid, please use the comments below and let me know what you guys think. And have a great night, have a great day or week, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. So take care. Peace.